We are back week 3, and this week for the intermediate weaving we are going to use coil. We are going to learn how to use cotton bundles and fibers to create beautiful pieces of art. You are very familiar with the table or lap loom, where you use the loom to hold your warp as you are weaving your weft. But for the intermediate weaving, you are going to be learning how to coil weave, and you are going to be using something that's called a bundle. This is a cotton bundle, and you're going to use this to wrap and weave to create a coil basket. Coil baskets can look many different ways. This one is very bright and colorful with warm colors in the middle and then kind of vibrating out to the cool colors. But this one tends to be pretty flat if you were to look at it at an angle or look at it flat on the table. It's a pretty flat coil weaving. Coil weavings can be not so flat. So this is the same as what you just saw, but I have created the base and then I have moved the walls up pretty straight up for this basket that I have used. And you can see that the bundle that I've used is not so wide as the one you're going to be using. And the coil baskets can be somewhere in between. So maybe the coil basket that you are interested in creating is not flat and it's not straight up. Maybe the walls come up a little bit and maybe they come out some. But we're going to learn how to create coil baskets. Coil baskets have been around. This type of weaving has been around for ages, and you can find these all over the world. I love this type of weaving because, once again, it is very rhythmic and relaxing for me personally. But you can find the example of a coil piece that's been woven from all over the world. This woman from Senegal is using natural grass fibers as her bundle to create her coil weaving with her specific designs. Sometimes the designs are based on where the artists are, based on their countries, based on their tribal colors, based on the fibers that they have to use or the colors that they have to use to get the fibers ready. Another example of a beautiful African coil weaving, and this one has a top to go on to protect whatever is inside. This is a Native American who is weaving, and another wonderful example of using the natural fibers from where you are and what you can use around you in the world. I like this example because it shows how you can use the coils to create easy handles. So if you were wanting to create a coil weaving with handles, then you would very easily, near the end of your weaving, make your coil stick out like so. And another beautiful example, this is from Mexico, and I believe this is the wedding star. So just some really beautiful examples of coil weavings. Coil weavings can be created with pre-bought cotton bundle. This is called the bundle, and it's already made and coiled for you. I used, on this piece, I used clothesline that I bought at True Value in Alpine. So you can see that the diameter is much smaller on these coils that I was wrapping and weaving with. But you can also recycle things around you in the world. This is a paper plate plastic holder, and you could use this plastic to create a bundle. And that would be a good way for you to not only recycle and reuse with things around you, but if you were not able to purchase the cotton bundle or get the clothesline from True Value, you could always use something that you have at your house after you're finished using it. So let's take a few moments to come up with a plan. I want you to decide before you get started with your materials what kind of coil piece or coil weaving you want to create. Are you going to do something more flat? It's still wide, it's still, the diameter is still good, but it's a flat piece. This is something that hangs maybe on a wall. Are you wanting to create something that has walls that come up more straight? Are you wanting to create a piece that is flat on the bottom and then has walls that come out wide and on the sides? There are so many different ideas that you can come up with, and you just need to use your imagination and also think about, you know, what you're going to do with the piece after you have woven it. Is it going to hang on your wall? Or is it going to hold something? Is it going to be utilized in the world around you? Or is it just going to be something that is beautiful to look at? So I'm going to start with a piece of paper, and I'm going to draw my idea. I'm going to draw the bottom part of my coil. And no matter which one of these you choose, the bottom part is going to be like this. You're going to have a middle section where you begin, and then you're going to weave out. Okay, so you're going to have that bottom section on your drawing. And then I think I'm going to just bring my walls up just slightly, like so. And maybe I'm going to get started, and maybe once I get started, maybe my idea changes a little. Maybe I think of another idea and I'm still going, so I still have time to change it. But right now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my coil, my round coil on the bottom, and then I'm going to raise my sides up slightly. Now you need to think about what type of fibers you want to use. There are many to choose from. You can use natural fiber like twine. I got this at True Value, and it has lasted a very long time, and it was very inexpensive. And you can see what it looks like on this piece that I've used. Maybe you want to use all yarn and you have an idea. This is my oldest son's piece that hangs on one of our walls, and he had an idea for the middle part and what he wanted it to look like, and then he wanted the colors on the outside to be just like this. So think about the colors you want to use. Maybe you want to create a specific kind of pattern. I started with this red orange, then I did a natural fiber, then this bright blue. Natural fiber, red orange, natural fiber, bright blue. it really is up to you. It really is up to your imagination. It can be patterned. It can be warm colors, cool colors. It can be random where you are using a main texture and then adding spots of color as you want. Take some time to draw your idea and maybe label out to the side the colors that you would like to use.